Question number 3, and here is written, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Okay students, firstly let's assume first number be x, then what will be the second number bhandakiri. Okay, here is written the sum of these two number is 27, so our second number will be 27 minus x, right? Now how did it come? And here suppose the sum of two number is 30 and one number has been given, suppose 18, then what will be the second number? And here at that time simply we subtract 18 from 30, then we obtain 12. By the same way, we have obtained this number, right? Again, here is written, the product of these two numbers is 182. Now, according to this situation, we can make our first equation like this. Our first number we have assumed here x, and our second number we have obtained 27 minus x, and product of these two numbers is equal to 182. Now let's simplify. X into 27 x plus into minus x into x square equal to 182. Now let's arrange minus x square plus 27x and this plus 182 comes to LHS and becomes minus 182 equal to 0. Here we can see in first term, here is the sign of subtraction, and to remove this we can take minus as a common, and in doing so all sign will be changed. So we have taken minus common, then minus into minus plus x square minus into plus minus 27x minus into minus plus 182 equal to 0. So our equation will be x square minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. Now by splitting its middle term we can solve this equation, right? Okay, let's solve. X square, okay, this minus 27x can be splitted like this, minus 14x minus 13x, because when we multiply minus 14 and minus 13, then we obtain plus 182, right? Similarly, when we add minus 14 and minus 13, then we can obtain minus 27, right? And this plus 182 as it is equal to 0. Now from this pair we can extract x as a common, and here remains x minus 14, and this minus, and here we can extract 13 as a common, so here remains x minus into plus minus, and 13 divides 182 by 14 times equal to 0. Now x minus 14 we can take as common x minus 14, and here remains x minus 13. X minus 13. Now x minus 14 make it equal to 0, then we can obtain the value of x is 14. Similarly, x minus 13 make it equal to 0, then we obtain another value of x, that is 13. In this way, we have obtained first number is 14 and second number is 13. This is our final answer. Question number 4, and here is written, find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Okay students, firstly, what are consecutive integers? As we know, consecutive integers are those type of integers which follow each other in order, right? And there will be difference of 1 in between each integers. Okay, for example, 15, 16, 17, 18, okay, so on. And here we can see in between each integers here is difference of 1, 1 and 1. So these all are examples of positive consecutive integers, right? So here, by the same way, let's assume our first consecutive integer be x. Then our second consecutive integers will be x plus 1. Now, according to question, we can make our equation like this. Okay, here is written, sum of whose squares is 365. Okay, it means sum of square of these two consecutive integers is equal to 365. So we can make our equation like this. Okay, our first consecutive integer is, we have assumed x, and its square will be x square. Similarly, our second consecutive integer is x plus 1, and its square will be x plus 1 whole square, and their sum is equal to 365, right? Now let's simplify. X square plus, and here x plus 1 whole square, it is in the form of the identity, and that identity is a plus b whole square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, here also we have to expand this expression like this. Okay, let's assume this is a and this is b, right? Now we can expand like this, x square plus 1 square plus 2x 1 equal to 365. Now 2x square, and here square of 1 will be 1 itself, and 2 into x 2x, and 1 2x. 2x equal to 365. Again 2x square, okay, let's arrange, plus 2x plus 1, and this 365 comes to LHS and becomes minus 365 equal to 0. Okay, firstly let's erase this. Now 2x square plus 2x, okay, after subtracting we obtain here minus 364 equal to 0. Now to simplify this equation we can take out 2 as a common. So here 2 is common, then here remains x square plus x minus, and 2 divides 364 by 182 equal to 0. Now our equation will be x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0. Now by splitting its middle term we can solve this equation, right? So x square, okay, this plus x can be splitted like this, plus 14x minus 13x, because when we multiply plus 14 and minus 13, then we obtain minus 182. Similarly, when we subtract 13 from 14, then we obtain plus 1. Okay, this minus 182 as it is equal to 0. Now from this pair we can take x as a common. X is common, so here remains x plus 14 minus, and from this pair we can take 13 as a common, and here remains x minus into minus plus, and 13 divides 182 by 14 times equal to 0. Okay, now let's proceed to next page. Now x plus 14, x plus 14 common, so here x plus 14, and here remains x minus 13. X minus 13. Now x plus 14 make it equal to 0, then we obtain the value of x will be minus 14. Similarly, x minus 13 make it equal to 0, then we obtain x equal to 13. Okay, in this way we have obtained two values of x. First one is negative value and second one is positive value. But according to question, we need to find positive consecutive integers. So ignore this first one which is negative, right? So here our first consecutive integer will be 13. Then our second consecutive integer, okay, we had assumed x plus 1. Now just put the value of x, 13 plus 1. Now we obtain 14. Okay, in this way we have obtained two consecutive integers. First one is 13 and second one is 14. Okay, now question number 5, and question is, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 cm, find the other two sides. Okay, firstly, let's make a right triangle over here. Suppose this is a right triangle and its name triangle ABC, and this angle is 90°, and as we know, the side opposite to 90° is hypotenuse. So side BC is hypotenuse and side AC is altitude and side AB is base. Now, according to given condition, okay, here is written, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. It means, okay, firstly, let's assume the base of this triangle be x. Then altitude of this triangle will be 7 cm less than x. So it means x minus 7. This is altitude. Okay, in this way, here we have assumed the base of a right triangle is x and altitude of this triangle is x minus 7. Okay, beside this, the length of hypotenuse has been given here, which is 13 centimeters. So this side BC is 13 centimeter. Now, according to this question, we have to find exact length of base and its altitude. And for that, we can apply Pythagoras theorem over here, right? And as we know, according to Pythagoras theorem, square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of altitude and square of base. Okay, same thing we can write over here, sum of square of altitude x minus 7 square plus square of base, that is x square, is equal to square of hypotenuse, and hypotenuse we have 13, so 13 square. Now let's simplify this. Okay, here we have x minus 7 whole square, and as we know, it is in the form of identity, and that identity is a minus b whole square, and its expanded form will be a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, by using this identity, we can expand this expression. So firstly, let's assume this is a and this is b. Now we can expand like this: x square plus 7 square minus 2 into x into 7, and this plus x square as it is plus x square, and here square of 13 will be 169. Now this plus x square and this plus x square, after adding we obtain 2x square, and square of 7 will be 49, and 2 into x 2x, and 2x into 7 14x, minus 14x equal to 169. Now let's arrange 2x square minus 14x plus 49, and this 169 comes to LHS and becomes minus 169 equal to 0. Now 2x square minus 14x, okay, here 9 minus 9 0, and 6 minus 4 2 and 1, so minus 120 equal to 0. Further we can simplify this by taking 2 as a common from here, so 2 is common. Now here remains x square minus 2 7 14, x minus 2 60 120 equal to 0. So our new equation will be, okay, firstly let's erase this. Okay, our equation is x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. Now we can solve this equation by splitting its middle term, right? So let's proceed to next page. Okay, now x square, okay, this minus 7x can be split into minus 12x and plus 5x, because when we multiply minus 12 and plus 5, then we obtain minus 60. Similarly, when we subtract plus 5 from minus 12, then we obtain minus 7, right? And now this minus 60 as it is equal to 0. Now from this pair we can extract x as a common, so here x is common, and here remains x minus 12 plus, and from this pair we can extract 5 as a common. 5 is common, and here remains x plus into minus, minus 5 divides 60 by 12 equal to 0. Now x minus 12 common, x minus 12, and here remains x plus 5, x plus 5 equal to 0. Now x minus 12 make it equal to 0, then we obtain the first value of x will be 12, and here also x plus 5, okay, make it equal to 0, then we obtain second value of x, which is minus 5. Okay, in this way we have obtained two values of x. First one is positive value and second one is negative value, right? And as we know, the side of triangle never be negative, so ignore this value of x. Now here the value of x which we can use is 12. So in answer we can write the base of a right triangle is 12 centimeter. Similarly, altitude of a right triangle, okay, we had assumed x minus 7. Now just put the value of x, 12 minus 7, then altitude of a right triangle will be 5 centimeter. This is our final answer. Okay, now last question from this exercise, question number 6, and here is written: a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. Okay students, firstly let's assume total number of articles produced on that day be x. Then what will be the cost of one article? Okay, let's read again given situation. Here is written: the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles. Okay, number of articles we have assumed here x, right? Twice of it means 2 times of x, and 3 more than means plus 3. This is the cost of one article, right? Again here is written: the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90. Okay, it means here we have assumed total number of articles is x, right? And we have the cost of one article is 2x plus 3. And students, if the cost of one article is 2x plus 3, then what will be the total cost of all this production? Here is simply we multiply these two, which gives the total cost of all articles, right? So we can write total number of articles x into the cost of one article 2x plus 3, and after multiplying this we obtain total cost of production, right? So total cost of production has been given here, which is 90, so it will be equal to 90. Now x into 2x, 2x square plus into plus x into 3, 3x, and this plus 90 also comes to LHS and becomes minus 90 equal to 0. Now by splitting its middle term we can solve this equation. So 2x square and this plus 3x can be split into like this, plus 15x minus 12x, because when we multiply plus 15 and minus 12 then we obtain, okay, firstly here coefficient of x square which is 2 and constant part minus 90 should be multiplied, then we obtain 180 minus 180, right? So when we multiply plus 15 and minus 12 then we obtain minus 180, right? Again if we subtract minus 12 from plus 15 then we obtain plus 3, and this minus 90 as it is equal to 0. Now from this pair we can extract x as a common, and here remains 1x plus 15 and minus, and here we can take 6 as a common, and here remains 6 to the 12x minus into minus plus 6 15 the 90 equal to 0. Now here we can see 2x plus 15, 2x plus 15 is common, 2x plus 15, and here remains this x and minus 6, x minus 6. Now 2x plus 15 make it equal to 0, then we obtain the value of x equal to, okay, firstly this plus 15 goes to RHS and becomes minus 15, and this 2 also goes to RHS over here, then we obtain the value of x minus 15 by 5. Similarly x minus 6 make it equal to 0, then here we obtain the value of x will be plus 6. In this way we have obtained two values of x. First one is minus 15 by 2 and second one is 6. And as we know, the number of articles won't be in fractional form, right? So ignore this value of x, and in answer we can write total number of articles which we had assumed x, and the value of x is here 6. So total number of articles is 6. Now the cost of one article, okay, we had 2x plus 3. Now just put the value of x, 2 into x equal to, we have 6 plus 3. Now 2 6 are 12, 12 plus 3 15. In this way we have obtained the cost of one article is 15 and total number of articles is 6. This is our final answer.